What is up, everybody? It is Combo from Combo and Gecko, and today I'm coming at you with a new Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls prediction list. I know I have a video up on the channel that came out quite a few months back, making a predictions list, but with the new trailer that came out at the State of Play, along with the reveal of there being 20 characters, I thought, let's just go back and see if I can kind of wrangle in some new predictions and see which ones I can kind of get right and kind of see where we go from here. I've broken it down into 5 teams of 4, and we'll just jump right into it. So be sure to like and subscribe if you like the content, and there'll be way more to come. So let's get started. Alright, so to start us off, we have the 4 teams here as previously stated. So we have Team X-Men, Team Avengers, Team Young Avengers, Villains, and Guardians. Now this is mainly just a prediction, because I don't know if this is going to be completely accurate to what the teams are going to be broken down into. But this is what I'm feeling might be the best bet, because we already have, because we all know that each team is going to be based off of a certain theme. So obviously we got the X-Men team, we got the makings of Avengers, we got some Young Avengers here, some Villains, and some Guardians. And we'll just be kind of going based off of that with our knowledge and just kind of going forward. Hey, if we're wrong, but this is going to be a fun little exercise regardless. So let's just get right into it. So to start us off with the X-Men. So obviously with the X-Men, it's been revealed that we have Storm, Danger, Wolverine, and Magic. I predicted Magic and Wolverine correctly, so that is a point for me. But let's just jump right into the Avengers, because we have about 8 more spots to fill. So starting off, we're going to have, at least what I'm predicting, is going to be Thor. We're going to have Thor in the main roster, mainly because he is seen in one of the maps, where he is on the statue with Cap and Iron Man, and we don't really see any other Avenger represented that way. So I'm just thinking a big swing here, and it's also kind of a safe bet, so a safe swing, that I think Thor is going to be in the main starting roster. And then here's my my niche pick, because also to point out, I've kind of noticed that at least with Team X-Men, they had some pretty well-known names here, some pretty good listers, and then they have Danger, which is very much like a C-list character. So I feel like they'll probably do some characters that haven't been really represented a lot, or just some really out of the blue oddball picks. So for my pick for the final Avengers team up, I'm gonna go with Ant-Man. So this doesn't have to be this in particular Ant-Man, this is the Ant-Man of the future. I just like the outfit, so this is why I picked it, but I have a feeling that we are going to get Ant-Man for the final Avengers pick. Mainly because, Ant-Man has been snubbed from fighting games for so long. He's always been teased, he never got around to being picked, and it just was always really difficult to kind of have the possibility of a shrinking and growing character in there, but never actually fully realized. So, my best bet is that Thor and Ant-Man are coming. Whenever I kind of finish the roster here, I will take a little bit of an asterisk to kind of fill in some things that may be a possibility, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So, right after that, hold on a second. So right after that, we're going to be moving on to our Young Avengers. And I think it's a safe bet, because Spidey is obviously the leader, as Cap is the leader to the Avengers. I think Spidey's the leader of the Young Avengers, with Robbie and Kamala just kind of being other members of the group. I think it's a safe bet to get the other really popular character that also kind of fills the bow archetype into the mix, and for my money, I am putting in Kate Bishop. I think Kate Bishop will be a great character to have fill in Hawkeye's role in the archetype, and just kind of having a nice legacy character to go in and fill in what is lacking. So she's also really fun, lots of cute comics with Jeff the Land Shark and everything. Maybe he could be incorporated into her kit somehow. I think that'd be really fun. but that is at least my prediction. Just fell. Anyways. So, next we're going to move on to the Guardians. So, basically, from what we saw in the story trailer, that there's this big looming threat that comes from space, particularly from the Xitter. And who else do you, like, deal with spacefaring threats and stuff like that? So, I got a couple of picks, and then I'll have my oddball pick. So, my first pick is Mantis. I think Mantis is definitely going to be in the Guardians team. She is going to kind of probably fill the Kung Fu archetype, because Mantis is very much known for being a Kung Fu character. She has some sort of martial arts to her, as well as, like, if you want to incorporate some Marvel rivalisms and stuff like that with buffing and debuffing. She also has her ability to, like, alter people's brain chemistry and emotions and stuff like that, which could make her really interesting of, like, putting people to sleep and things of that sort. So I think she could definitely work as a kind of martial arts character with a bit of a different twist to her. And then for the second character in the group, I am throwing in Drax the Destroyer. Drax has long been snubbed in fighting games and in a lot of really popular Marvel titles in general. He's just kind of always been a background character or an assist of some kind. So I think Drax actually kind of filling in the grappler role, or just kind of being the big body of the group, would really be beneficial. And he's just a big powerhouse in general, so I think it would be a really great time to finally get Drax in to fill for Team Guardians. And then finally, for my oddball pick, just going back to the whole thing of it being Xitter and stuff like that, there's only one spacefaring character that has a direct link to the Xitter that has also been affiliated with the Guardians, at least as far as I'm aware of. He's also probably my second favorite superhero of all time, a niche little hero known as Darkhawk. Darkhawk is basically like an alien android controlled by the mind of a human teenager. He gets all sorts of cool abilities, like summoning weapons and modulating his body to meet whatever he needs in the moment in order to fight off his opponents and such. He also has, like, Wolverine claws and stuff like that. He also has a grappling hook, and he can fly. He's mainly known for flying around as well. So I think having Darkhawk in there would be awesome as a character, as like a niche pool. He's always been like C-tier in the Marvel lineup, but he's always had his dedicated fans, me being one of them, and I think this would be a great time to kind of get him in there, seeing how they're pulling some really deep pools, especially with, like, Danger as well. That would be a really good time to get some more deeper pools in here, like Darkhawk. And then finally, to round it out, I kind of picked some characters that have had some cosmic experience for villains and such like that. And this isn't really just kind of just going like, oh, they're popular, just throw them in there. But it is something that I did keep in mind. So for the next villain, I'm throwing in Ultron. I think Ultron would be a fantastic pick, because not only is he connected to Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, he has fought some Captain Marvels and stuff out in space, as well as the Guardians whenever he took over the Phalanx and basically integrated them into his hive mind. He was a huge villain then, and he was a big threat to the galaxy, so I feel like having him be on Team Villain would make sense. Next is, for at least my big prediction, is Hela. Now, I don't predict that this exact look will make it in. I just really like this look, but also Hela is going through a Queen in Black storyline right now in the comics. She's really gonna have a huge thing in the comics right now. And so, as well as Ultron is actually right now as well, with the West Coast Avengers, where he has like a good form, and a cultish form, and an evil form, and stuff like that. It's just like they got some stuff going on in the comics right now, and I feel like it'd be really good brand synergy as well. And since Hela has her Queen in Black stuff going on, not related to the Marvel Rivals one, but it is also called Queen in Black. So I think this would be really good to get her in there, because yes, she is popular, but she's never really been represented in a fighting game, like, at all. So I think it'd be really interesting to kind of get her in there to fit some kind of niche, maybe as like a zoner character, or kind of like a rushdown, something along those lines. And I think she'd be really good at fitting that niche. And then finally, I think for the final character, now this character is kind of popular, most often associated with Venom, which obviously Venom is not on the list, but I feel like Carnage would make a great pick for this, because he's often associated with Null, and he went through this whole arc with the Absolute Carnage storyline, and he's in a lot of stories right now, especially in the Marvel game space, are dealing with Null. Marvel Rivals just did it. Marvel Cosmic Invasion they had like a Null arc in that game, and basically they're just revisiting Null right now in the comics, so I feel like to kind of get everything kind of all tied together, I think having Carnage in there would be really good to kind of get that, to keep the Null theming going, because Null is just huge. He's just a really big character, even though he's relatively recent. So I feel like Carnage would go in. He would be probably a stance switching character or a rushdown character of some kind, especially with like how he manipulates his body and just makes all sorts of creepy weapons and stuff like that. He's just like a really interesting character overall. So I think Carnage would be a really good fit for Tokon. And that is basically my predictions. This is going to be a bit more of a quicker video, so I apologize for that, but I just wanted to get something out there and kind of get on the ball as soon as I could, so that way I can kind of get things going, because I want this, I want to really get into the meat and potatoes of this game whenever it starts getting into full swing. So, this is my predictions list right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, do you agree with this list? Who do you think you replaced? Do I got any of the teams possibly wrong or anything like that? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, hi, Editor Combo here. I just realized I was in such a rush to get this done that I forgot to mention the asterisk thing. So basically what I was going to say was that if you wanted to put Clint Barton Hawkeye with the Avengers, and you totally could, because you can switch Kate Bishop out with Ant-Man and Wasp's daughter, because she is also a young Avenger as well. I don't know her name off the top of my head. I'll have a picture right here on screen for both of them. But yeah, you could very easily switch those two, and they could make up for, you know, whatever it could be. I just thought I'd be a little different to kind of put different characters there. But yeah, so that's just what it is. You could easily put Clint there, as well as Ant-Man and Wasp's daughter. So that's just what I wanted to put there in the little asterisks. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. This is Combo, signing out.